The best SSDs have a bigger impact than you might think. Yeah, SSDs ensure that your games load as fast as possible, but they'll also make Windows run so much more smoothly. With Microsoft releasing the Direct Storage API for Windows, games can potentially tap into these fast transfer rates for even quicker load times too. The speeds of an SSD against a standard spinning hard drive are night and day. The same with SATA drives and the best PCIe 4.0 SSDs. Once you see games like Skyrim or Red Dead Redemption 2 boot in seconds, not minutes, there truly is no going back. Number 5 on the MX500. The crucial MX-only SATA drive left on our list of the best SSDs for gaming, but when the price delta between PCIe and SATA is so small, it's difficult to make an argument for the far slower technology. But, as there is a hard limit on the number of M.2 slots on your motherboard, there is still a place for SATA SSDs as secondary storage. And the crucial MX500 is one of the best, with SATA's maximum theoretical bandwidth limit of 600 megabytes per second. It's nearly as quick as you'll get, and Crucial's drives have long been among the best value options available too. This is the most affordable 1TB SATA drive you can pick up, and it makes a great second home for your Steam and Epic libraries. Number 4 on the 970 EVO Plus. The Samsung 9 Plus offers a slight bump in write performance over the 970 EVO, all for the same price. There was a time when you could pick up the non-Plus version for slightly less, but those drives seem to have disappeared now. If you can find a straight 970 EVO for less, then go for it, but they're a rarity. Both drives still use the same Samsung Phoenix controller, which means they can outperform this generation's competition in real-world usage. If you want peak PCIe 3.0 performance, then the Samsung drives are hard to beat, but you have to pay for that little speed hike. Compared with the 512GB AdLink, the Samsung is a little quicker in real-world testing. Number 3 on the Firecuda 530. Seagate may have into the solid-state game, and especially the PCIe 4.0 market, but it has arrived with a bang with the Firecuda 530, with or without the heatsink, something that's necessary for its PlayStation 5 compatibility. The latest Seagate drive is a stunner. Of course, the rated sequential read-write speeds are fantastic, but it's the endurance levels that really stand out compared to the competition. The 2 terabytes drive we tested has an unprecedented 2550 TBW rating when it comes to endurance, which is something you won't see this side of an SSD made for Chia mining. Number 2 on the P5 Plus. Crucial is one of the affordable solid-state storage, but has been notably slow at getting us a new PCIe 4.0 SSD. It's been worth the wait, however, as the new P5 Plus is a fantastic entry-level Gen 4 SSD. It may not have the peak speeds of the WD or Sabrent competition, but it can make a big splash in terms of those all-important price-performance metrics. And, also importantly, it can easily outperform any PCIe 3.0 drive you can to mention, and for practically the same price. Even if you're not running a motherboard with a PCIe 4.0 interface, this will still work in an older PCIe 3.0 setup, and at the limits of that connection. Number 1 on the Black SN850. The Western Digital 150 makes a fashionably late entrance to the PCIe 4.0 party. It can hit 7,000 megabytes per second reads and 5,300 megabytes per second writes in sequential transfers, which is well beyond most drives' capabilities. That's because it uses the latest PCIe 4.0 interface, which has double the theoretical bandwidth limit of other PCIe 3.0 drives. Performance ultimately defines any SSD. The WDSN850 really stands out from the crowd. The synthetic benchmarks, spearheaded by Atto and as SSD, show that this is very much a second-generation PCIe 4.0 drive, with peak sequential read speeds knocking on 6,750 megabytes per second and 5,920 megabytes per second, respectively.